Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Sauce. It's Wednesday night, so we're back talking some golf. We got the Olympics up next, starting tomorrow. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm not familiar with how the Olympics works. It's just a 72-hole tournament, right? Same type of format, right?
Yeah, so I would basically call the Olympics almost like one of those elevated events. So it's going to be 72 holes of golf. There's going to be no cut, just like those elevated events, those signature events that we've been talking about this year. So the field is a little bit smaller. I want to say there's only like 68 to 72 guys in the field. So no cut. Everybody's got a shot. So definitely a little different. But the other thing too is obviously so many more names, that are not playing, because there's only 4 representatives, I believe, from each country.
Oh, wow.
So Americans only have 4 guys going. So definitely some names that got left off the roster.
For sure.
But, that's the Olympics. So it should provide some interesting golf. I mean, the field is still absolutely loaded. You have Morikawa, Scheffler, Schauffele, Rory, Aberg, Lowry.
Scheffler, Morikawa, Schauffele, those are 3 Americans. Who's the 4th?
And then Wyndham Clark is
Wyndham
the 4th.
Clark, okay.
I think Wyndham Clark got the edge because he was playing so well to start the year. He's kind of tapered off, if you will. But, he's our 4th guy.
All right, so who do we want to talk about first?
Yeah, so let's just dive right into it, right? So this golf course, Lay Golf National, that they're playing at, the model that we have been utilizing for our picks here is Data Golf. And what Data Golf says about this golf course is it really favors people who can drive it a long way. So driving distance is a little bit of a priority. It also really, really takes into account driving accuracy. So not only do you have to be long, but you have to be straight and long. So if you look at Data Golf, the number 1 and number 2 guys, both American, Colin Morikawa and Scotty Scheffler. I mean,
all right.
I think you can probably sneak a little bit of value here with Scotty Scheffler this week if you like him. At least on FanDuel, they're offering, you can do it tops by region, and you could get Scotty to be the best American at plus 140. So if there's like trying to find those odds where you basically have a 1 in 4 chance at plus money for Scotty Scheffler, I think that's always a viable option to take a stab at.
Scotty Scheffler, top American. Okay, but you did say Colin Morikawa also should play well here.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, how do you not talk about Xander Schauffele too? I mean, the 3 probably hottest guys in golf are all American. Schauffele coming off his second championship. Morikawa just missed the top 20 at or top 10, I mean, at the Open when we talked about him. So
I thought
he's been red hot, 6 out of 9, top 10s, and then obviously Scotty Scheffler's having a year to talk about. I like personally, Xander's also defending. He's the returning gold medalist is Xander Schauffele. So, it's tough to really pick out of the Americans, but I think, when we talk about trying to find value, how do you not jump on the value of Scotty Scheffler being plus money against, only 4 other guys?
1 out of 4 golfers. I get it. Yeah.
Right. I think it's really like a, I also do believe like Scotty could probably win just because we're talking about he's had one of the best years in golf history. They're comparing it to, the likes of Tiger Woods. So what better way to capitalize on that kind of year and win a gold medal?
Yeah, it's almost poetic.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So what about an international player? Anyone you like?
So there's a couple of guys that I like. I'm a big fan of Joaquin Niemann. He's been playing pretty good. He's on the Live Tour, so it's hard to get an idea of how he's playing. But I really like Joaquin Niemann's game. He played pretty well in the Open just recently, and he hits the ball a long way. Again, international guy, so they're playing over in France. I think that, courses out there suit them a little bit better than playing on these North American golf courses.
I got the some of his recent results on the Live Tour. So
yep.
8 of his last 9 top 10s. I don't really know. I'm not as familiar with Live. Maybe it's easier to get top 10. I don't know.
Well, so there's only like, I believe 60 to 72 players in the field, so it's definitely a smaller field. But I mean, 8 out of 9 top 10s is kind of.
I mean, starting from March 1st, yeah. I mean, starting from March 1st, you have first T4, T9, T3, T7, then a T32, but then T3, T6, T2.
Yeah,
I mean,
so obviously playing some good golf. What are his odds? Top 10, top 20.
I have it right here. So top 10 for Niemann, plus 162. Top 20, minus 190. So my top 20 is a little ugly, minus 190. But you can get a plus 162 top 10.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate the play. Again, we're talking about, guys that fit the mold of this golf course. He does hit it a long way. He does hit it pretty straight. He's a really good iron striker. I mean, they're all really good iron strikers,
right.
But I do like Joaquin Niemann. I swore that I was not going to bet him again after I bet him at the Masters this year, but I really, really like him, and I think that he can make some moves this week.
All right, Joaquin Niemann, I don't hate that one. Where do we want to go next?
Yeah, so we're going to move down to a guy that we talked about in the past, a guy who's been playing pretty good golf. You see him on the top of leaderboards, pretty often. He has the ability to go low. He hits it a long way. Minwoo Lee. I think you're going to get a good price on Minwoo this week. Just because the field is really, really loaded. Obviously, you're talking the 4 best players on each, country. So Joaquin sneaks in there for Australia, and I really do really am a big fan of this kid. I think, there's a pretty good shot. I mean, I'm also kind of riding the Australian wave. Australia's dominating Olympic sports in general this year. If you're into that medal count sort of thing. So why not keep the mojo going for Australia? I'm going to take a little stab at Minwoo Lee.
I didn't even know Minwoo Lee was Australian. He's top 20 finish for Minwoo Lee is minus 110, so pretty much a pick 'em depending on your sports book. Top 10 if you want to be more aggressive, plus 280.
Yeah. I don't know if I would get as aggressive on that one, but like I said, it's a small
Is this
field,
let him cook?
So
let him cook? Is that
this is let him cook? Yeah,
let him cook.
This is let him cook.
I like this guy, even though I think when I bet him, he didn't. I think I lost when I bet him the one time.
So the one week I believe that you did tail that pick. He bogeyed. He missed the 4-foot bogey putt on 17, and then didn't birdie the par 5 on 18.
Right, he missed it by one stroke.
Yeah, it was a brutal bad beat for Minwoo the one time that we took him.
All right, so maybe I minus 110 top 20 for Minwoo. I can be talked onto that. Anyone else?
Yeah, so we're going to go down here into a little bit of a long shot play where I think you can find some value. Data Golf kind of likes this guy, another live guy, Mito Pereira. So I believe you and I sat and watched the PGA Championship 2 years ago together in your brother's backyard, and it was when Mito blew it on 18 and lost to Justin Thomas. He hit it into the water on the creek on 18.
Oh, yeah.
And we were
ran down the creek, right?
Yep,
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, we were live betting his hole scores, I think, back then.
Oh, yeah.
So I like I said, I haven't kept up with him since he's moved over to the Live Tour, but he hits the ball a long way. He hits it pretty straight. I think in a loaded field, you're probably going to get pretty good odds on this guy, and I have a feeling about him.
Is his real name Guillermo?
I mean, on Data Golf, he's under there as Mito.
Yeah,
Mito.
I see Mito.
Eira.
For some reason, I'm having trouble finding his odds. So, okay. So yes, his real name is Guillermo. Everyone calls him Mito. So, because on Bet365 they only have Guillermo Pereira, but it's the same guy. So wow, long shot to say the least. This guy to wins plus 20,000, top 20 plus 210, or top 20 plus 210.
Yeah, I mean that's where I think I'm gonna find the value. Like I said, pretty big field or pretty loaded field. Like I said, if I rattle off the top 10 guys in the world are playing, you have Morikawa, Scheffler, Schauffele, McIlroy, John Rahm, Shane Lowry, Ludwig Aberg, Victor Hovland. Like, you have a huge list of names. So, you're going to get some pretty decent value on a name like Mito Pereira in this field.
I like it. That plus 210 top 20, I'm going to take that. Cool. All right. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go with Mito. And do I want to take Minwoo Lee? I honestly think I might just roll, because it's the Olympics. I might just roll with Scotty Scheffler, who I have not bet once. But
yeah, I mean, listen, we've had a hard time. If we bet him each week, we probably would be plus money right now. But,
yeah.
It's trying to find the right time to strike on that value. And, especially for, this week, a 1 in 4 chance for him to be the top American, I feel like is almost silly at plus money.
I think I'm going to take him to win, too, at the plus 420 or whatever. I think I'm just going to take it.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's a good bet, but I would like to root for Scotty. This my first time betting Scotty Scheffler at the Olympics. It's, like I said, poetic.
I agree. I'm right on board with that. One other thing, just for those people out there betting golf, top in region, a lot of sports books have. So, if there's guys that you like you could go down and get like a Rory McIlroy at, for top, top European guy against Fleetwood and Hovland and those guys. So you can find some value here. There's definitely value plays out there to be had.
I have it right here. So Rory McIlroy to be the top player out of Great Britain and Ireland plus 110. Yeah. So that would be Shane Lowry, Fleetwood, Hovland.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's definitely you can find some value plays in there. Because the field is loaded and there's a lot of names on there, it's a little bit harder to find value in the top 10, top 20s this week. But I do think you have some value here. So do a deep dive in there, see where the names that we just threw out there fall. Like you said, you have Scotty Scheffler in there at plus 140, and he's got to beat 3 other guys. So, yeah. I'm
going to go with Scotty to win and Mito. That's what I'm going to go with this week. All right.
I like it.
Cool. So we'll be back next Wednesday, hopefully after winning a couple bets. Yeah. Enjoy the weekend. Let's have a good one.